It's Sunday morning at the toy store and we are working on displays. That's right, we're moving things around the shop. We resurrected this triple-sided spinner. It was in the back room and I think it used to be right where it's at, okay? We want to try and cram as many toys into the shop as we possibly can, and I don't think that this looks that bad right here. We need to fill it up though. Transformers. I am currently moving the Transformers from their current location, which is kind of in a weird spot. It's up here by the dinosaurs. So this is what the Transformers kind of look like right now. And as you can see, it's just a mess. And I need to go through the shop. It's probably going to happen today. We are still working on the $31,000 Overstock toy buy. But as we're bringing those toys over here, we are going to be reworking some of the displays. And I'm still trying to figure out what we want to do up here in the front of the shop to be able to put more toys out. If you can't display it, you can't sell it. The only aisle that we're probably not going to mess with, the puzzle and games aisle, okay? There's not much you can do here. It's crammed full of puzzles and games, maybe some straightening up, but everything else in the shop is kind of fair game. And we're gonna circle back down to this. I'm gonna change some shelving out and we'll see how it looks. We have plenty of spinners, we have plenty of shelving. We've got all kinds of options to cram more toys out into the shop. So we're gonna kind of take advantage. I'm trying to think why we moved this to begin with. I don't think you have a lot of room down through here, 3 or 4 feet in between, if that. So I think that was the deal. We didn't want to cram it up too much, but I think at this point, you got to get as many things in here as we can. And that's also going to free me up some space. There were 3 spinners right here, okay? This one, which is still here. There was this one, which is back over here. And then we had a spinner where this set of shelving is. So I'm not sure what my thought process was at the time, but I think we just wanted to open the back of the shop up, right? And now I'm like, well, we got enough toys. We need to put this spinner back in here. The finished product looks pretty good. And I'm actually going to face the Transformers out this way a little bit. And I don't know, I'll have to position this where I think I want it here, right? I'm sure it'll get spun around a bunch of times, but it does. It looks a lot better than it did. Gives the Transformers a little bit more visibility. They were buried before, and they belong in the action figure section. It'll be interesting to see how this gets moved throughout the day. There's no way it stays in this spot. But there we go. I think that's why I got rid of it before. You can't lock the wheels on this one. So it just kept getting spun around, moved around. And now I need to kind of take a look down here at the dinosaurs, see where we're at, what I need to move around. And that's a big piece you want it front and center. I think we're gonna move some Bluey. I don't know why, but Bluey doesn't feel like it's in the right spot. Lots going on today. I am trying to get another card out before we open. Chaos Theory, Jurassic World Dinosaurs. I did get this Star Wars mask. It kind of cleaned up, fixed the box up a little bit. You've got Stitch stuff, Hot Wheels, Our Generation, and I need to grab a couple of the Imaginext troll houses. See them way up there on top? I need to get 2 more of those out. And I've got to unlock the doors in about a half hour. So the 31K buy, let's take a look. This is kind of where we're at. It looks pretty bad, but I'm hoping by the end of the day, we can kind of have this sorted into stacks or whatever, maybe get some more of it out. And I'm not sure how busy we're gonna be today because it is a holiday weekend, right? And I'm looking over here. I got sidetracked and I need to get more Barbie stuff out. We did clear some shelf space. There's a lot going on over there. And what else? I don't know. I want to get that one cart over, and then we'll work on kind of arranging this a little bit. And I'm going to put this out because I am putting these out. And there's that our generation kind of shower set up there. I'll take a look at that. But a busy morning. I got the eBay orders kind of caught up. Well, we might talk about that, but we might not. And what else do I got going here? We did get everything emptied out. This is kind of the scuff stuff, so not bad. We ended up having a little bit of scuff, which is, you know, it's normal. It's part of the Overstock buys. And once I get the tables cleaned off, we're going to see what we got going on the shelves here. I know there's some scuff stuff back here, and there are things we just kind of need to move on from, right? What's going on with these Care Bears? Are there two different kinds of these? Is that what I'm seeing here? Look, so you've got the Hello Kitty with the pink and white. And now we have the Hello Kitty with Funshine Bear and Share Bear. And that is Cheer Bear and, I don't know, Hello Kitty. So I might put these up side by side. They'll look pretty good together. But I need to double check prices on those. We had a whole bunch of them in the shop there for a little bit. And nothing happened. Nothing sold. This is going to be something scuff, right? I have no idea. And dresses. Anyway, let's get this cart over. I'm going to kind of take a look around and then we will be back. We are bouncing back and forth, working the cash register, getting through these toys here. And I let a group of people in to check out Funko Pops. They actually picked out, I don't know, 5 or 6 Funkos they wanted to take with them. And we can kind of look at the Funko. All right, this Lando, we've seen him so many times. Can't sell him, can't get rid of him. I'm seeing Skeletor. I am seeing some of the 8-bit Marvel stuff. Cameron Fry from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm seeing He-Man. And I think the best thing to do with these, lot them up, put them on eBay, put a decent price on them. Harry Potter, Linus from Peanuts. Let's see, some more 8-bit, the Mickey Christmas stuff. So kind of, whoops, wow. Kind of probably the things that nobody really wants, I'm guessing, or they don't want to pay a bunch of money for, I should say that. Toys headed to the shop. This Hot Wheels 100 car case, I think we do 12 bucks. We've got some Bluey stuff. Haven't priced these out. Bluey hide and seek, Bluey fire truck. I'm gonna get these Barbies out, and then some games. Mind the Gap, Let's Get Deep Friends Edition, and Lincoln Logs. Lincoln Logs feel like a tough sell to me, but we put $8.99 on them. Disney Princess, more Stitch, Spidey and Friends Racetrack. I think this is the first time I've actually seen this Spidey and Friends good to go. And then this big Gigglescape Rhino, 12 bucks. That seems like a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna load up the cart once we get a few more things priced, and I'm going to make a big effort to sort this out, right? I know I'm not gonna get through all of this today. I thought maybe we could, but realistically, I think the best bet, sort it into piles, so that way when I come in tomorrow, I'm not just running into this big chunk of stuff, okay? And it shouldn't take long to do that. I might kind of get sidetracked and do some of it right now, and it might help me price too. I know we've got these Barbie out already, so I might finish the job here. I think we're doing $10.99 on these, and I'm not sure if we sold any this weekend, but how it works on Sunday, you're really busy the first couple hours, and then it kind of dies, right? I probably won't see anybody for an hour or two. I mean, I'm just generalizing, not psychic or anything, but that's what feels like happens on Sundays. And it feels like it's been a slower weekend. I think the holiday had a little bit to do with that, or maybe back to school fatigue, if that's a thing. So there is that Tokyo Revengers we talked about. I'm gonna get it over to the shop. And then the transformer display turned out pretty good. Hopefully we sell some transformers off of there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. Bluey fire truck, $17.59. I think we'll probably throw $12.99 on this. I did move the Bluey toys around a little bit. I'm trying to kind of rearrange the shop and put it on the cart. These kind of swimsuit Barbies, let's see what's going on here. Can't find them at Target. At Walmart, they're $18.98. I have a hard time thinking we're gonna get 12 bucks out of these just because it's end of summer. Amazon, they're about the same. So maybe we can try $12.99 on them. I feel like that's gonna be a little high, but we'll just see what happens with it. The shop does sell a lot of Barbie. It's kind of one of those sleeper items. You don't realize how much of it you've sold until you're going through there and saying, man, I need to really get this section back up. Bluey! That definitely works. There's the Bluey song. $11.99 on clearance. Probably do $7.99. We made it over to the shop. We will be bouncing back and forth, but we did sell a lot of stuff yesterday that we had just put out. So that just goes to show you, get it out, because if you can't display it, you can't sell it. And I kind of need to go through the stuffed animals here and prop some things up, look around, see what's going on. What did we sell from right here? It's hard telling, but the shop looks really good right now. Lego has already thinned out quite a bit. It really has. All of those big sets are pretty much gone. You've got the Peely Bone left, and then we've got the Mario and Yoshi set left, but everything else from last video, pretty much out of here, right? Home Alone house, Wicket, what else was out here? The big UCS ATST walker. We sold a lot of the flowers already. It's just really thinned out. And we cycle through a lot of Lego, and I wish we could find just big Lego trucks with nothing else on them, but that's not the way it works. You got to kind of take the rest of the stuff with you. And we are just going to get this cart emptied out. The store is empty, obviously, and I am dropping a Barbie everywhere. But let's get over to the Barbie. We'll put some of this out, get my cart in through here. Now the question is, do we have any of the swimsuit Barbie out? And I don't see her. So let's kind of consolidate some pegs here and put the swimsuit Barbie out. This got thinned out a little bit. Again, lots of Barbie goes out the door. You just don't realize it until you go down through here and say, well, wait a minute, we need some Barbie. We might have to throw... Barbie's getting expensive too. Everything's going up. I think I mentioned this earlier, but every time I price a toy load out, it feels like it's just a little bit higher than last time. And these Disney Princess Barbies, they're pretty nice. I think there was only one of those. And what do we got next? Bluey, some games. This is where I moved all the Bluey stuff, so it looks a little bit better. It was kind of buried on a bottom shelf over near some of the Art Generation stuff, but I feel like, hey, put it right here, fill in some gaps. We made some holes, we did some consolidating yesterday, and I think it looks pretty good. As far as this spinner goes, I like it. Looks nice and neat. You got all your Transformer stuff right up here. We got all of our Gujitsu stuff right in here, your action figures, and it makes this area look a little bit fuller, which it is. You've got a whole spinner full of toys right there. And we sold one of these yesterday, so we must have a good price on them. I'll put it right there. Lincoln Logs. Let me look around. I need to change my end caps too. So I think I'm gonna throw those Lincoln Logs over here. It's just where. There's already a bunch right there. I think I'll just pile them in there. There's no way we've sold any of these. I'm gonna spread a couple of these around. This little section of the store got a pretty big boost this time around. The Hot Wheels, a lot of Hot Wheels came in, and it looks a little bit better, but I love when the store looks cram-packed, and it's starting to kind of get that full feeling, even though the Lego section is kind of iffy. But let's get back over to 2.0. Okay, we are going to be wrapping it up. It was a pretty long weekend, still kind of recovering from being sick, but this is about as far as I got. And yeah, we'll come in tomorrow, get it finished up, and then we will be moving on to something else. Barbie stacked here. Tried to kind of sort some of this, but the toy store stayed occupied. What I mean by that is people were coming in, so I really couldn't work over here. I was just bouncing back and forth, kind of burning calories. But anyway, I hope everybody had a good weekend. And until next time, I will see you later. Peace.